Hey guys, be sure to like me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram for extra content you won't see here. Click the links in the description below.
Hey, what's up everybody? eRivera94 bringing you another action figure review. Today we are going to take a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Thor Ragnarok. This is Hulk. We have this very cool box design I really like a lot. Of course it is closed off with no window because it is a web exclusive. We got the Thor Ragnarok logo down below along with the Bandai Tamashii logo and Marvel on the bottom. The back of the box does show the figure in various poses, and that is about it. If you guys are wondering where you guys can pick this guy up, you can pick it up at bigbadtoystore.com. I've provided a link down below where you guys can check it out for yourselves. Without further ado, let's get him out of the box. Man, Bandai really has to get their releases a little bit together here because this Thor Ragnarok Hulk is being released 2 movies later after Black Panther and after Infinity War. I mean, it's a little late, but they always tend to release some figures very late compared to when the movie releases, and sometimes they release it even before the movie releases. They've already released 2 Infinity War SH Figuarts figures before this one, so pretty weird. It took them so long to bring out the Thor Ragnarok ones, and maybe because they're web exclusives. But nonetheless, I still ended up picking it up, and he looks pretty good. First impressions, I actually like it. I do like it. Very nice. They use a lot of good paint in this figure, and the sculpt is pretty nice too. It's on point. I like the sculpt of the armor, and I'll show you that up close in a second. But the armor is sculpted very good, and they painted it very well, and they never suffer in those areas, so that's to be expected. All the little silver pins and buttons on his armor, and his outfit is painted silver and it looks good. I like it. All right, so we'll put him here, and we'll take a look at his accessories. He does come with a few, which is good. So he's got the 2 fists on the figure itself here. We also get grabbing hands. This is to grab his weapons, of course. So the right hand has the hand guard there, and the left hand does not have anything because the hand guard is actually on his forearm over here, since he's wearing a forearm guard on that arm. And then he does have open hands here. Same thing with the hand design. And then we get these 2 little circular pieces. We also do get a separate face. So he's got an expression on this one. On the one he has on right now is just pretty normal and neutral. In this one he's more serious. I wish we did get a yelling face. We didn't get a yelling face. That's almost like a must for Hulk, but we didn't get a screaming, yelling face, so that sucks. Comes with this axe here, and they used a very nice silver paint to paint these, so I like the paint. And then we do get his hammer, also has nice paint, that's silver paint. Hard plastic, unlike the Marvel Legend where it's soft, so it shouldn't be bending on us. It does have a little weight on them, so it's good that we got a harder plastic handle holding it. So I'm gonna get really up close real quick to show you the sculpt that they did on the armor. This is what I like. Look at that detail on the armor. I like the cracks. I like the chips. All that little subtle detail is so good. It gives it that metallic look, like he's actually wearing a metal piece of armor. And they made it look so well. So the shoulder guard is blue right here. And then going to his arm, it's silver or grayish. I like the detail. This is what I like about this figure a lot. And of course his helmet has chips and cracks too. And then here's his outfit down below. Overall, I mean, it's great. It's as clean as can be. The paint on his chest too. You get some shadowing and shading on his actual legs and arms and body overall. His feet. As far as articulation goes, we have the head moving left and right. Now his head doesn't go up as much as I would like it to. They even tried to put a little hinge on the back flap of his helmet, and it really doesn't do much. It moves a little bit, so it's really not that much of a use there. So this is as much as he's gonna look up. So he looks up a little bit. You can clearly see his eyes are not looking straight forward. They're looking a little higher. than normal, so he does look up a little bit. It's gonna look down a lot more, obviously. So it's definitely because of that back piece there. That neck also helps it look down a lot more too, so you can see that. And then the arms do go forward and back, very stiff joints too, in and out, so you can see how far out it goes. The bicep swivel, it's there, but it's behind the mold itself, so you don't even see the joint there until you actually swivel the bicep. So I like that. Double jointed elbows. We do have a wrist that swivels, a hinge on the wrist. We also do get butterfly joints on this guy, which is pretty cool. So you can see you can stretch out his arms further, so they move as so. And also, before I forget, this armor piece is on a hinge too, like an actual hinge. So that looks really good. I like that they did do that. So that moves up, and you can move the shoulder higher and then put the armor back up, so it doesn't hinder anything. And then here's the butterfly joint on this one too, so you can see how that moves in and out, and nothing looks ugly there. It's still sculpted and painted underneath that. The diaphragm joint does swivel and move forward and back. Good range of motion there overall. We do have a waist swivel too. The legs move forward and back. They go in and out a lot. I mean, he can pretty much do a split. We do have thigh swivels, double jointed knees that look good too. And then the ankles are on a hinge. They pivot and they swivel right here. And they do have toe hinges as usual. I want to also show that they put a hinge on his armor here, so you can move any of his hands on the left arm and it doesn't hinder anything because of that forearm guard, so that's cool. Do like that. Alright, so this looks pretty cool, guys. I did just put in his other face, more angrier face, it seems, where he's showing his teeth, and it looks okay. Alright, so there it is. It's not too bad, although on mine, I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but if you guys see it too, let me know. Look at his front two teeth. They're like lower than the rest of his teeth. I don't know, maybe they painted it wrong. But the front two teeth are kind of off for me. That's just nitpicking, but still, it's kind of noticeable now that I saw it. Also worth mentioning, his helmet's not removable. He doesn't have a unhelmeted head. That's also another missed opportunity. But it's not really necessary. If you're going to have a Gladiator Hulk, you might as well display him with the helmet on. So, and the way you remove the face, and this is why you see this line here, is, of course, you got to remove the front piece of his helmet to remove the face and switch it out. So that's why you see that little line on the sides. Alright, and here is a comparison that I guess we've all been waiting for. We have the Build-A-Figure Gladiator Hulk Hasbro Marvel Legend on the right side, and that is the SH Figuarts, of course, on the left side. And they look very different, of course, and keep in mind, guys, Hasbro's Marvel Legends are always bigger scale than SH Figuarts. So this guy is going to be just a tad bit, I guess, bigger in size. His arms are bigger, his legs are bigger, his head's bigger, so stuff like that. As far as the height goes, they're almost the same height here. It almost looks like the SH Figuarts stands taller. If you're looking at the heads here, this head is higher than this one, but if you're looking at the top of the helmet, I think this one stands a little taller. But as far as the head goes, the Figuarts one is a little taller, which is surprisingly. Alright, so here we go a little up close. You guys let me know, what do you guys think? Which one do you like? They're both very good, and they're both very well done. So for what you're paying for in the Hasbro ones, $20 figures, maybe even less since they went in clearance, this is not a bad figure. I like what they did with the Hulk here. This is a very nice Build-A-Figure, very nice Hulk. Also good to mention that it does come with a removable helmet on the Hasbro Marvel Legend one, which the Figuarts one does not. So that is an added plus. Just something, a bonus that it could have been for the Figuarts one if they gave us a unhelmeted head. I also do like how Hasbro did add on chest hair, that little detail onto Hulk here, and Figuarts does not have the chest hair on there. So small little details like that is always appreciated. So Hasbro managed to get that in there. But speaking of detail, it is pretty much night and day when it comes to the detail of the armor. So we have the Figuarts one with the beautiful detail and sculpt on theirs, and then Hasbro just went with a brand new looking armor here. They did not think about adding in any type of battle damage marks onto the armor. They do have a little bit of chipping So they put a little bit of detail, but not nowhere compared to the Figuarts version. Same goes for the armor, and actually Hasbro put this piece on the back of his bicep, while Figuarts put it on the side or on the front of the bicep here. So you can see that piece back here, and you can just see the detail difference there. So I do prefer the Figuarts one in terms of that detail overall. Alright, so there are the weapons here. If the Figuarts version or Bandai actually added in some wash or some dirt and grime to it, it would have been more accurate, because it was never this silver during that fight between Hulk and Thor. I think Hasbro tried a little harder to give it a little detail, so at least they get some points for effort here. And also, as you can see, Bandai did make the weapons a way bigger scale for the Figuarts version here compared to what Hasbro did on theirs. Alright, and here's one last comparison. We have him next to the first SH Figuarts Hulk that they made. This is from, I guess, Age of Ultron, I believe. I think so. And so there you go. They did improve the color of him. He's a darker green on the Gladiator Hulk instead of this brighter, almost lime green, but not really. He's got shading in there, so they did make him bright on this one. But this is just the regular Hulk. I know they're making a new one, so we'll have to check that out once that new one comes out. But overall, it seems like they did up the scale of him. He does look bigger on this Ragnarok Gladiator Hulk. He is taller, and I think overall he's a much bulkier Hulk. Definitely is. Looking at the arms there, you can see it looks like he's slightly more bulkier on the new one, so that is good. It's always good. So he's not too tall, but he's not too short. This one might be just right, so that's pretty good. Alright, so I may have figured out what these pieces are for, or what they're intended to. I know they go between the hand and the arm, but when you do hold the weapon, if you want him holding it like this, it's gonna droop down because the hand does not hold it. It's too heavy for that ball joint. And then once you put in that piece there, he can hold it a little more sturdier. You can see the hand isn't really drooping down like it was just doing. So it now allows him to hold his weapons like this, and the hand won't be going down like that. So now I can see why they added those pieces, and the fact that they thought about that and they saw that is very thoughtful and nice of them to do, because they could have easily not done that, and then we would have to deal with the hands drooping down like that. So I guess there's really no way around making these weapons lighter. Even if they hollowed it out, I don't know. That being said, though, I do wish his hands would grip the weapons tighter. Sometimes it will slide off, like this one's beginning to slide down. And if you move it subtly, it's gonna, see, it'll go down like this. So he can only grip it in the thick part and not anywhere else. So if he had a tighter grip in his hand, it would help out just a tad bit. You can see how easy I put it in there without having to open his hand. Alright guys, so there you go. There you have it. That concludes my review of the SH Figuarts Bandai Tamashii Nations. This is a web exclusive from Thor Ragnarok. This is Gladiator Hulk. I do recommend this guy. He's a little on the pricey side. In the US, he's going to run about $134 plus shipping, which isn't bad compared to the price in Japan. Japan's going to run you around $180, so he's quite a pricey figure. He is a web exclusive, of course, so that's to be expected in price. So that is the only thing that sucks about it. But you do get what you pay for here. You get a very solid Gladiator Hulk that won't leave you disappointed. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.